Is everyone? Please come out to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like everything's starting to boot on up. Just need to wait on YouTube. And YouTube's good. All the streams going on up. Give me a moment to turn the live chat windows. Not Kick. Kick likes to be filled with spam. Looks like that's all good to go. Got my drink nearby. Excuse me a moment as it goes on the wrong throat. And there we go. I think everything is good to go. Let me check my other computer. And everything is good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, got a good number of replays. Yeah, we'll just start from the top. On the lowlands. Would that make it Netherlands or Belgium? Howdy. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Comp Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the Wehrmacht force got Holy Fook. Spawn on top left side as the US force got Toloi? 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 How do you spell that word? Either way, I do have some engineers. Only one extra squad engineers. Over here, we do have, appears to be triple pioneers. This one's probably go Wehrmacht quarters around here. Pioneer going out each direction. Engineers going out to each direction.
Pioneers have this sector.
Yep. I remember this. There was actually an actual news story where they were reading off a bunch of names, but the list of names that were given were a bunch of joke names they didn't catch in time. It's like something about like a plane crash from like China Airlines. You got Holy Fook, We Too Low, Something Wong, things that sort. Of course, it's also always mixed in like Hugh Jonas. Other words like that. For the longest time, I didn't get this when I was growing up. Sofa King. A rifleman squad heading to the VP now. Still just two engineers, capture sectors, nothing too crazy at the moment. You have Volks Grenadiers. Then maybe heading up here, our squad capture the VP. Pioneers got the cutoff, or just the road, not necessarily cutoff sector. Volkswagen is heading up the road. Rifle squad is going to get flanked. Of course, if the Volkswagen is in open ground, it's not really a flank. Both be in equal bad footing.
The objective is on Sierra.
Capture the fuel sector there. Going for this cutoff sector now. Now this is actual cutoff sector. Engineers and pioneers engage each other. Time old enemies.
Attention.
Like Englishmen and Scots.
I don't know if I can hold it. Do you need any construction? We're suffering here. Victory point capture. NT-42 reporting. Pay attention.
Volkswageners get some damage on their rifle squad. Nothing too crazy though. Taking more damage return. MG42 deploying field, maybe heading up here. Our squad is still catch up the cutoff sector. Our squad catching up the VP. One of the models to go down. Looks like the leader model, since I don't see STG firing anymore. Pioneers now supported by the Pioneers, engaging the Engineers. Engineers falling back, Pioneers falling on back. Volkswageners take a bit of damage there. Right squad running down the road. Infantry 2 looks like fast force back to this rifleman squad there. Pioneers falling back. Possibly could get wiped on out. Does not. The Volkswageners being deployed in the field, so 2 Volkswageners can easily deal with 1 rifleman. MG42 heading to the munitions sector. Pioneers advance way forward. And we've got the rock squad heading down the hill face once again. Though, something I was like to point out as well, you don't really realize how hard it is actually to walk up a hill face like that. That actually takes quite a bit of energy to go up that. Pioneer, singular here, likely going down. Over here, Volkswageners engaging the rifleman squad. Force them back, does not even decap the fuel sector entirely.
We have lost a unit.
Pioneer does go down, Pioneer does fall back. Over here, Engineers cover the sectors. MG42 hitting the right squad. He could soft retreat away before taking more bursts. Does take some more bursts. Right now, this is approximate range. Point is captured, and it is actually in supply. You also just not in supply. Right squad Engineers heading up the center there with a flamethrower. Volksgrenadiers here.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Pioneers reporting. Victory point is ours. Pioneers here.
Once we captured, Volksgrenadiers lay down some wire.
Volt squad here. Captured munition location. Was wünschen Sie?
NG42 behind some light cover. Pioneers into this munition sector. Up here, we have the fuel being obtained. Our squad's pushing the way forward. Just denying the fuel sector. MG42. Yep, should have an angle there. Flamethrower here, maybe cutting some wire there. Doesn't look like it though. Needs to focus on that Flame Engineer. He's getting immolated. Does force back the Flame Engineers. Got this right squad now. Push way forward to the light cover. Definitely need to focus down this guy here. There's 9 guys remaining. The rifle squad should probably focus on this squad. It's a bit more wounded, easy to pick off some models. Our squad is behind some light cover, and they do fall back now. No increase to skirmish phase yet, I believe. Got a Flam Warfare now pulling the field. Volkswagen is pursuing the rifle squad, gains a good amount of damage there. Does not knock him out. Rifle squad advancing. Up here. Flamer, or no, yep, it is a flamer. Flamer advancing. These guys are pretty stacked up. A bit of flinch there, interrupts the firing burst. Another flinch there. Man, that flinching system I really hate. Throws a frag on the flamethrower. Not firing, does fire there. That double flinch there caused a lot of issues.
We're losing territory.
Pioneer will skip out of there. Volkswagen is still finding away. Flamethrower here. He needs a focus sit down. And does force back the squad.
Sector point is ours.
Do now have the Compcraft Center going on up. MG42, that's what I heard in the background. Capture the mission sector, but it's not in supply at the moment. So Paul should decapture the 10 munition point. These guys heading straight to the fuel sector once again. Skirmish phase is now complete. He could go straight for the assault phase at the current rate with the amount of fuel he has. Purchase one infantry would be a good idea. And now I do have more Volks, so quadruple Volks. May want to get out a casualty cleaning station, a medic station, to cover the casualties. Perhaps get some more Grenadiers to go along with it. Definitely should go for Fetch 1 infantry. Which he is.
Volk squad assemble.
Minesweeper here.
Fuel point is captured. We've taken munitions.
Veterancy gained. We are losing ground.
Fetch 1 in the Volks, getting that little bit of health regen going. These engineers can open, or will have to go in the open ground to deal with these Volks. Probably a good idea to focus on the rifles squad first and pose a threat at range. If the engineers prefer like that, then focus down on the engineers. Engineers taking some damage now. Possibly gets wiped on out. Does get wiped on there. Bar rifle squad now upgraded and firing away. There's a lot of firepower here, so the bar squad can't. It was not enough. Volks Grenadiers on the retreat path. Oh, found a landmine. Got 2 squads there. And that rifleman squad does not go down. Did I hear another 2 landmines, looks like? And the VAR squad there does not get wiped out. Does go over to your center, very nice. Something here, probably another VAR squad. Another landmine here.
No more choking on that dirt.
I see 2 infantry now being researched, not going for assault phase at the current rate.
Reserves hold an assault force for us.
Blitzkrieg, stormtroopers, bar squad falls on back. Going for a pan strike, so this is going to be a source of AT for the time frame.
Veterancy gained.
Efficiency 2, going for double panzer strike. A little bit too early for a double panzer strike, in my opinion. Of course, that's a forecast vision. We know his opponent has not got even a supply yard out in the field. Volkswagen's backing on off. Got a large number of flame engineers here. Stormtroopers here. Pioneer getting immolated. Flame engineers make it like that. Ooh, frag grenade sounds like it got thrown there. I was busy looking somewhere else. Volkswagen's need to fall back. They're trying to self-retreat back to the forward reinforcements. At this point, time's probably better just do a full retreat. Volkswagen's on the flank, does fall back now.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
Enemy in sight.
Oh, there's a drop bar there. Those units probably lagged out a little bit there, but there's a drop bar here. I think the Rack Squad may have noticed it. He does picked it up there. Very good.
Yes, camarade.
Mostly maybe lagging a little bit once again. Pioneers over here, capture the VP.
MG ready.
M242 looks like approximately set up on this angle.
Volks Grenadier squad at full complement.
No fault assault phase, his fueling comes at minimum at the moment. Fuel like it appears to be captured on up, but will be out of supply.
The enemy is seizing territory.
Flame Pioneers need to fall back. And those are the Valkyrie. I'll take a look after this game. I didn't see any email. You may have sent it
Jawohl.
before
Americans are
I started directly right before I started the stream, but I'll take a look for them. Fire squad heading down south. We do have now these guys heading down south as well. Volksgrenadiers in getting hit. Thought I heard another landmine detonation. Nope, those are probably just Panther trucks hitting the ground. More units on the tree pack. Got the flame engineers. They should be easily picked off here. Yeah. Volksgrenadiers pushing up the hill. Got these guys getting hit. Let's see, let's use some suppressive fire. Good. Almost all these guys are getting pinned and suppressed. So this is a pretty good hits there. Maybe we should go to the other ability to get the stun grenades out. Flame Pioneers do fall back, so does the MG42.
Losing territory.
One guy's trying to recover some suppression now. Immediately gets pinned down. I guess that ability's already off cooldown. Well, lasts longer than I expected. Vegetable 3 now research. Was that assault grenades, or was that had been a US frag grenade that was complete whiff? Both units trying to recover some suppression, especially one of the rifleman squad. There was a frag grenade that time as well. I think that was a full squad wipe. Nope, he had some more guys down here. Stormtrooper rolls a miss, Stormtrooper rolls a miss. Our squad does get suppressed.
Reserves hold an assault force for us. They need deployment location.
Stu now pull in the field. You know the icon clearly shows a Stug. Barrel's too thin to be Stu. It probably was the original version. You get one Stormtrooper, one Stug. Back when they also every single one of these doctrinal abilities also provide one Stormtrooper. It was also like targeting and Stormtrooper as well.
The armored might of the Reich is at your service.
And we'll need to gun here. US sniper also deployed in the field. Zero kills, so he's not made himself known just yet.
Pioneer team ready? Hey, rookie. You need any construction? You can handle it.
Units heading up the hill. A number of Volks here. Stu fires. Misses the flamer engineers. Unit died a hero. I have no idea what squad got wiped out. I guess maybe Pioneer squad. Engineer gets nuked. Stormtroopers could I force a bundle grenade. Does get revealed there a little bit. They want an uncamouflage. Did hit there. Those are frag grenade on the Volks. Does eat a pretty good frag grenade there. Looks like the Volks engineers do get fully wiped on out. Still getting to more turn more explosive there. Another frag grenade there. Great hit there. And the Arc squad's starting to fall back now. Stu is not properly pursuing. This guy could get a squad wipe.
Volk squad is down.
Double M1AT gun here. An artillery officer seems pretty good to me right now. Start calling some artillery barrages. M1 AT gun pushing over here with no support, so he may be donating his AT gun to the Wehrmacht.
We have 300 points left.
We're taking heat.
Forcing this to fall back there. No stun grenade. Another landmine detonation there.
MG crew on me.
Sniper advancing, trying to hit that MG42. Since that MG42 has been causing that region, it's actually a pretty good, easy, safe prediction, but also good prediction. Assault phase now complete. Sniper pushes way forward. Gets the kill on the gunner.
We're losing territory.
Got a 30 cal actually manually deployed in the field. Interesting. Maybe throw inside this garrison over here. Wehrmacht counter sniper now deployed in the field. Oh, we got some STGs on this guy here. We got double STG stormtroopers. That's already veteran C3. It's like one of the highest DPS units in the game. Excuse me.
We built it. Mine detector. What are you thinking about? Our new weapons are in the field.
MG42 hitting that rifle squad does get him suppressed. Does sweep the landmine there, very nice. The stormtrooper squad does get himself revealed. Does throw a frag grenade down the stormtrooper. He does dodge it by being in the middle of the formation. STG squad engaging, force back the right squad, does find the 30 cal. Sniper can start hitting the 30 cal. Right squad here still getting suppressed. 30 MG42 does get knocked out, but it's also in coverage of the base MG. Sniper hit the stormtroopers here. Focusing is pretty forward. I'm not sure where the Wehrmacht sniper's at. Pretty far away. Camouflage and not responding properly.
Forces are ready for assault.
Going for the assault grenades.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Sniper! Children, we must move!
We are losing ground.
Landmine here. But it's US landmine. I don't know what I was thinking. Not much. US sniper here. Wehrmacht sniper rolls a miss. US sniper still revealed. Wehrmacht sniper rolls a second miss. Rolls a third miss, but this time retreating. Does get knocked out there, but still, the sniper should probably not have missed twice in a row like that. Wehrmacht sniper goes down, probably due to the excess amount of time of it trying to shoot that sniper.
Storm squad has met resistance! We are eliminating them!
Stormtroopers here, but luckily there's a landmine here. Oh, he says 4 misses. One was retreat, which is understandable, but all the other ones. Good landmine there. And that might actually wipe out the squad here.
The enemy advances.
Oh, and looks like the Wehrmacht player sort of may have rage quit. Is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's see now. You said you sent me some replays. I'll take a look. Yep, looks like you sent it to me about an hour ago. At least about an hour before I started stream. And yes, daylight savings happened to me not last week, but the weekend before. I hate daylight savings. There you go. Got those replays uploaded. Let's take a look at one. Let's see. Semnos is the bigger one, so we'll try to go for that replay. Oh wait, move that screen stream back there. There we go. Oh, why don't I see... I see your live stream chat on my chat consolidator, but I don't actually see it in the YouTube stream itself. Oh well. Either way, delete this one. And Semnos is the larger one, so we'll do that one. Let's see what happened to look like. Another one. Oh, now I see other message there. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the US Force got Ruan Fa... I keep on butchering these names. Fabanio, 28. Spawn on the right side as the Panzer player who's gone for Shimwagens. We got TB85105. What if that's an area code? I don't know if area codes can go up in the 8,000 or 80,000s in the United States. Or zip codes, I should say. Either way, we do have a support weapon center opening here. How dangerous. Let's see how well it does. Against Panzer Elite, the 30 cals do have the armor-piercing rounds, which can make them a bit more of a soft counter to light vehicles. Maybe throw inside the church here to make stuff extra holy. 30 cal pull in the field. Hope you'll see double 30 cal before any snipers. I think you need more than 130 cal before going straight to snipers. Snipers are good at doing manpower bleed, but they're not good at holding the line. Especially in these more urban maps. So maybe I'm for more munitions points for more flamethrowers is probably a good idea. 30 cal. Of course, going for support weapon center, you're probably going to try to go straight for a Greyhound. Or go for a barracks. Or if you don't want to play out a rifleman squad, you probably have to eye Rangers or Paratroopers. Paratroopers will arrive much quicker. And don't have to be relied on recoilless rifles. Recoilless rifles, of course, not very good versus 2-2s, low accuracy, but at least they're still a decent combat squad and without the upgrade. MG, or not MG, 42, 30 cal, early incendiary grenades. That is... Why would you go for incendiary grenades that early? He also... Oh, that was a horrible throw. That also means he didn't go for his G43, so he spent all his initial munitions on that.
We're losing a munitions point.
I was not expecting incendiary grenades. You have idle squad here. With the cutoff sector and mission sector.
Loaded for bear.
30 cal setting on up. He's said not loading prepared, but loading for bears, so he's ready to engage the Soviets. We found the other socialists, the Germans.
Done here. Engineers
We do have now the shoot point being catching up. Does lay down some wire there.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down? MG, here.
It's got the fuel sector. I was going to say maybe he's going for Scorcher and lay down some incendiary traps. But Shimvagens don't have the incendiary boom trap. They have regular incendiary traps, which cost normal munitions. Though I think it's on the cheaper side. I actually don't know how much the incendiary trap is. It's really hit or miss. It summons like 3 splashes of fire with big scatter. That is quite a bit terror escaping. Maybe a little bit too much there.
Construction complete. Find some cover.
Okay, no, they didn't get trapped there. Honestly, just building a handful of tank traps here probably would have been adequate enough. Destroys those tank traps.
Sector being captured.
Yeah, 15 munitions is dirt cheap. And of course, can be blown up by the Shimvagens. And if you want to play like Kodachrome, get out some Burgundigas and use it as a mobile suppression platform. A very well armored mobile suppression platform. Supply yard going on up. Excuse me.
Supply yard is ready to go.
Engineer squad ready.
And do have a mortar on the field. No snipers. So far I'm liking the fact there's no snipers. But a lot of 30 cals.
Territory sector being
Don't think this is going to be a super great one, but it will at least give him more coverage. 30 cals going to the VP. A mortar next to church would be very nice to make the ground extra holy.
Engineer ready.
Does go for barracks, quite understandable. Probably Rife Squadron 3 is going to be up next. Shimvagen heading down south. Eyeing for the cutoff sector, but we do have the 30 cal here.
We're losing a
Wait.
strategic sector.
Okay, I don't see a landmine there. I thought it was going to be for tank hunter or landmine. Which I've seen replays in the past where somebody took a Shimvagen, select tank hunter, build a landmine there immediately with initial munitions. And this is going down. That seems like a lot of damage. Maybe it's with the armor piercer rounds. A little overkill. Having trouble rotating the gun? Or reloading, sounds like. It actually escapes one out of there. What I was trying to say is I've seen replays where somebody immediately goes to tank hunter, splits the Shimvagen right there, lay down a landmine, and snares a fresh jeep that came on out.
Engineers getting hammered out here.
STGs engaging the engineers. We've got 2 structures for the Wehrmacht player, or Pensley player, and I am curious about. Also STGs. I wonder if this one has logistics company, because 4-man squads goes quite well with the STGs. Nope, he has Pensley Command Group Company.
They keep fucking coming.
Rifle squad deployed.
So 2-2s are on the build queue.
Observation posts report
Rush for
we're losing
Rifleman
a sector.
Squad. Shimvagen slowly heading back home. 30 cal will have trouble with the 2 Panzer Grenadiers because it's on the move.
Squad under fire.
50-50 chance the 30 cal gets wiped out. Instant grenade likely. Suppresses one squad, suppresses both squads. Does receive incendiary grenades. Lost 2 members. Lost 2 members. I suppose having waste all his munitions like that, it probably was a victory for the US player in the end. We got now some Assault Grenadiers, heavy infantry deployed on the field. 30 cal going for this point, not for the garrison.
Damn budge.
Yeah, honestly, maybe a good idea not to capture the point instead of the 30 cal here. It just locked down that road. 30 cal will be wiped on out.
They're all dead.
Our squads engaging the STG squads. Mortar,
You're losing contact
ground
with
in the
one of
air.
our sectors.
But the STGs are charging, allowing them to dodge the mortars subsequently.
Tell us where, we'll tell you when. Squad. People, we're all reinforced.
Do you have a motor pool? Quad half track. Well, it could be for reinforcement. Either way, half track being deployed in the field. Martyr. I was not expecting a martyr. I was expecting a 2-2.
Production is now at double time.
Martyr in the field. I think the quad half track can pen that somewhat reliably, particularly in the rear armor. And what was a double production double time? Was that armor or infantry? I never remember. I can always get those two voice lines mixed up. Either way, he's not selected airborne, but he has selected doctrine. SCG's backing on off. It must have been perhaps vehicle 1 to get the M3 being deployed in the field. Wow, that's a really bumpy ride, isn't it? There we go. It's nope, bumpy once again. Not a very stable ride. Quad half track now being upgraded.
Half track, ready to roll.
30 cal finds Martyr. Can the armor piercing rounds in the 30 cal be useful against the Martyr? Right now he got like one penetration bullet there. SCG squad inside the church.
Get back in the fight.
Quad half track responding. Double Martyr. Maybe a little bit too much tank at the moment. Quad upgrade now complete, so it's now M16 half track. I'm pretty sure every single one of those 50 cals are M3 50 cals. Yes, there's in fact the M3 rather than M2. The structure's almost destroyed. Get on out of there. Got out of there at the most opportune time. Yeah, there is M3 50 cal as opposed to M2 50 cal that's used by infantry. The M3 version is meant for aircraft, has very high rate of fire.
It's all army. And that's the ball game. Construction finished.
Probably has a heavier barrel and also not meant for, probably due to the weight and high rate of fire. It's probably not meant for infantry.
Point is ours.
We're losing ground out there.
We're done building here.
Got these units advancing. Got an AT gun here. 30 cal needs reinforcements.
This is the quad.
Forward supply.
Engineers falling on back.
Engineers good to go.
And looks like more terror escaping down south. We do have the 2-2 advancing. So we do have tank traps here.
Enemy troop movement.
Fire squad advancing. Iron for the garrison. 30 cal not engaged in the moment. Hitting the STG squad here. Using negative cover. About to get wiped on out. Mortar hits the garrison. This squad was already pretty wounded. And next mortar could wipe out the squad there.
Enemy unit down.
Or 30-06 will handle it. M1 AT gun advancing. Line side block air issues here. M1 AT gun trying to set up here.
enemies after our victory point.
Gets good pen there. 2 more pens and stun 4. Mortar may get a good pen. May damage into the Martyr.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Nope. And the pencil player may go short crit there, not responding. It's just short into crit there from the 30-06. And the Martyr just got thrown away there. Over down south, we do have a 2-2. Another martyr here. Way too many martyrs. There's not enough vehicles in the field to warrant a 2 martyrs, let alone having 2 on the field before the quad was even deployed. M3 firing away. Triage center now complete.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory
AT gun hitting this Panzer Grenadier, who's very idle there. Martyr pushing way forward, slowly picking apart that Panzer Grenadier. Martyr's going to be in this quad relatively soon. I don't think we see sticky bombs research just yet. 30 cal inside the garrison, not getting pens there. Does get some rearmor pens. Makes you wonder if the RPG rounds can pen it frontally. Also hit there. Yep, does get a pen. And the rearmor there could receive some pens if get picked off. Level 1 production now complete. See, number of martyrs in the field is probably going to not deploy out anything for the martyr to shoot at. Quad advancing.
Regiment has heavy infantry reserves.
Rangers can now be summoned. Just sacrifice 400 men.
Enemy unit.
And those wipe out the Panzer Grenadier. Hensley player's throwing away good enough, too many units, I would say. And it seems like he's been pretty idle. We've not seen what doctrine the Panzer player has gone for. Rangers deployed in the field. Doesn't really need them. At least for anti-vehicle. Anti-infantry, they're being upgraded with Thompsons. You could go for a level 3 production reference fuel and then I for the off-map combat group to has his next deployment. Though right now he is at pop cap. Many pens there into the mortar. Has packed on up. Oh, we've got Luftwaffe ground force, so the Schimwagen has access to a mark target ability.
That's it. Construction finished.
Medic station now complete. Right over there. Our squad does get caught out on open ground. Maybe good. Yeah, the right squad nearby don't have to engage. You can just simply let the mortar be brought on in and start shelling these units. Great hit there. SCG squad, however, engaged the right squad at point blank range. Another mortar advancing. Mortar pens the half track. Got the M180 gun, however, engaging. Wheels around to the other side of the building. Very nice. And the mortar does go down. Friendly fire hit on the Rangers. Ranger Squad has both bazookas up and going.
Meeting resistance!
And it looks like Pensacola Squad does get wiped on out. Jimvagen heading up north, engineers engaging. Or maybe not. The answer is not. Fires it on up to get on out there.
One of ours.
Incendiary mortar connects, but does land in the middle of everything.
Incoming enemy fire!
Under fire!
Enemy unit down.
There's that squad there. Water half track does go down. Rangers looks like has one bazooka up and going.
Rangers, listen here!
Oh, I thought he had two. Unless he dropped one.
They opened up on us!
Decent mortar hit there.
Enemy unit down.
I think the shim volume went down. Yes, it
Troops
has.
can now make sticky bombs.
Sticky bombs have now been researched.
Sector's ours, but we don't hold it for long.
Engineers
Engineer unit
ripped
lost.
apart.
One has the objective. People.
A fuel point is being seized.
We're all reinforced.
Mortar.
50 is on the field.
Another quad 50 quad half track now pulling field.
Supply
Engineers
lines
getting
are
hit.
broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Good hits there.
Enemy unit
Engineers
down.
do get wiped on out. Our squad decaptured the munitions sector.
We're drawing a lot of fire here. We got contact. Just tell us what you need.
Our squad engaging. We're seeing some fire from the Luftwaffe ground forces. Rangers push forward. Both bazookas up and running. Our squad has taken some damage there. Getting some spreading damage across both those units. Pulling back those units up there. Engineers in the fuel sector.
Look alive, crew!
Eyes on me.
Engineers and rifle squad here. We do have now the Rangers completely cut off sector. Overall great field control by the US player.
Rangers holding.
To deployment field. This one's still just down here. 0 kills somehow. $30 cal setting on up in a good angle. You can throw a 30 cal inside the 30 cal places to get more 30 cals.
The initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Company has the point.
We're losing a munitions point.
Does built-in placement. And the Luftwaffe forces push forward and falls back. I am not sure. He's built way too many mortars. I understand one when dealing with greyhounds and all that sort, but not this many. Looks like this guy does find a landmine. Engine set on fire at the moment. Our squad heading down south. 2-2 gains some hits there on the Rar squad. Rar squad looks like going to get wiped on out. Not paying close enough attention to it.
Infantry squad lost.
Medic station. You're supposed to go on for another medic station, actually. That makes two. Got a forward retreat point. And nice thing about it as well, with double medic station, the medics will start pulling up around one of them. Quad out track engaged by the 2-2s. Quad out track usually will defeat a single 2-2 in 1v1 combat. I'm not sure what it does versus 2. Looks like it seems relatively bullet resistant enough. Looks like it's auto targeting the Panzer Grenadiers. May want to hit this guy here, then go for this one. Yeah, looks like it just wants to hit the infantry. Our squad takes some fire.
Yes, sir. Rifles here.
Sticky bomb on this 2-2. It will explode.
Enemy unit down.
Needs some repairs, needs some repairs. This guy up here could help out with repairs. Retreats on back. This player has 302 tickets versus 367. Has less, but does have capture in his favor and superior fuel control. Probably gonna go for level 2 supply yard of production.
We're all reinforced.
Battalion reinforcements standing by.
Off-map combat group is now available. Supply yard level 2 upgrade now complete. Incendiary mortar emulating the machine gun bunker. Got a line of 2-2s here. All being reviewed by that point. Which means divert AT to face that direction. Got one AT gun here. This one could probably just go something like that. Rangers being annihilated. Just 3 auto cannons.
Enemy unit down.
Looks like this 2-2 will go down here to the AT gun. Next station, bring back some casualties. We'll give him a free squad. Howdy. Two to twos are advancing. 4-2 here.
We're all reinforced.
Free rifleman squad. Signal with the off-net combat group. Right now, with the Alpha Combat Group, I say 30 cal is the least useful thing. Mortar can be useful around the checkpoint, but he already has a mortar in the field. Greyhound or Staghound, depending on what he has available. Both would be good in this situation. Riot squads are always good to have. Ranger stuff will be very nice to get as well. And AT guns will be very useful right now as well. One of those 2-2s to go down.
Enemy unit down.
Those lose the AT gun.
Load me. Get another built in there.
57 mil at your service.
Right. Ready.
King Smith's there. Looks, this guy's almost down. Founds a medic station. Goes to on this one. He decides to explode. Quad abstract pursuit. Takes out another 2-2. This one does get some combat efficiency, but right now needs probably defense.
They're taking one of our points.
Initiating defensive
Also got caught reloading. Ground forces here getting hit.
Enemy unit down. Target destroyed. Taking hits. Yeah? Under fire.
Eventually one on the quad half track now. Sudamore does connect on the Z2 AT gun. Needs a good displace. They may lose the squad entirely. And that'd be a decent veterancy loss. Martyr push away forward. AT gun can start taking shots against the Martyr. One shot on that Martyr will go down.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, so surprised that guy did not get decrewed. He can now bring an off-back combat group. I suppose right now Hellcast is something he does not need, or M10s, depending what he has selected. Ironically, that is something that's just not going to be useful for him.
That's the ball game. Construction finished.
Mortar half track here. Mortar packed on up. Rangers do a push on the flank.
Enemy unit down. Artillery support is asking on targets.
Brings off artillery support. Mortar half track gets double tagged. Oh, first round was directed there. Annihilates the Luftwaffe ground force as well. Scat a bit wider than expected. Will do. Main gun straight crit there. Remember, he's entering his own barrage there. Let's take bomb there. Lose the rifle squad. A little bit foolishly. Alpha combat group got him a rifleman, MG, a mortar, and an AT gun. So he got all the support weapons. And the Panzer player back to the game now. May have been just AFK. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me a moment. My apologies, I'm back. So, on to a 2v2. Let's see, something with Panzer Elite. Here we go, Panzer Elite. And depending on how long this game lasts, this may be my last game for the night. But it'll probably have to be an hour plus game. Which would be a good game. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Bottom left side is the Panzer Force. I got Melon Musk. Spawn as the other Panzer Force. I got Shaman 79. Or Shaman. Shaman. Spawn on top right side is the US Force. I got Ominous Harbinger. And over here we have Jeffrey Epstein. I remember with all that recent talk about the Epstein list and all that short, apparently the Windows 7 key you can get from Epstein's released Epstein files actually is, you can use it, it will work. He is predicting that he is going to be hit by a Jeep. Both of the US players gone for double engineer. Both of these Panzer player has Panzer Grenadiers. No doctrine selected just yet. No doctrine selected just yet. G43. G43.
Target captured. We have secured the target.
Howdy. Panzer Grenadiers heading down south. Engineers migrating south as well. Panzer Grenadiers can set this garrison. Rifle squad advance way forward. Maybe some heavy cover here. Engineers heading to the munitions sector. Jeep heading down south. Also prevents AT from hitting the affected vehicle? I am not sure. Maybe other people in the chat can let you know. It may follow the same effects as smoke. Maybe not. It is called a White Phosphorus round, which does have a smoke effect. White Phosphorus is a smoke weapon after all. But I'm not sure how it works in game. Telegrad does take a bit of damage there. Engineers do take a bit of damage. Panzer Grenadier or Rifle Squad does fall back. Just a large amount of Panzer Grenadiers. We've got 6 Panzer Grenadiers here. It looks like all the Panzer Grenadiers are overrunning the center of the map. Engineers back on off. Not much they can do versus that many Panzer Grenadiers. Same with the Jeep. More Panzer Grenadiers for both these players. Nope. Got 4 Panzer Grenadiers. 3 Panzer Grenadiers. So difference between these two players already. He says he's going for healing. Maybe he's going for forward HQ. Then he'll go armored car then. The 222. Kaliningrad taking some damage there. G43 squad trying to engage. Kaliningrad gets double engine crit. Which maybe wouldn't stack a permanent engine crit. Bit of drive-by healing there. And looks like the Jeep has gone down here. Rifle squads engaging. One does get suppressed, but only suppressed. G43 squad is falling back. So then he will repair, getting that up and going. But if you see it permanently slow, it's because he received 2 engine crits. Usually crits can stack on each other, but only one can be repaired at a time. Though I think you can repair a second crit by taking damage, re-repairing it up to max. But I'm not sure. Our rifle squad's backing on off. Got triple Panzer Grenadiers here. Kaliningrad is laying down a booby trap, incendiary trap, scorched earth. Yeah, that seems slower. Yep, that does seem slower, but maybe I'm overlooking at it. I'm probably thinking about it too much. Because that seems when it gets out of the cover there, it seems like it's moving relatively quicker. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Either way. Rifle squads engaging this Panzer Grenadier. Good amount of damage on these Panzer Grenadiers. There's plenty of heavy cover up here. Rifle squads advancing as these guys are running away. This guy does fully withdraw there. Very good. Engineers on the ambush flank. Focus fire. Let's see, is focus firing this rifle squad here. Panzer Grenadiers clinched around. Both withdrawing now. Going for some tank traps there. Guess it wasn't an ambush attack. It was just getting complete with building tank traps. Triple rifle squad here. Panzer Grenadiers push forward and force back the other riflemen. Right now, because of field control, the X-Players do have more field control at the moment beyond the halfway moment, halfway part. Ideally, the big income is 1 last strategy point, 1 more munitions point.
are losing a
which means
sector.
2. He will defend fuel and say, yep, split. Let's split up, gang. So they're playing some Scooby-Doo now. Panzergrenadiers take a bit of damage there. These guys are skimming around. There's our squad's trying to pursue. This one does give an early emergency 1. I see 3 structures for yellow and 3 structures for brown, which means they're both probably going for a motor
We
pool.
are losing ground.
And falling on back there. Yep, motor pool almost complete. Motor pool being started.
Grenadiers here.
Rifle squad does not decap the fuel point. Decides to fall back. Oh no, he's cap walking.
You men are barely needed. Don't fuck up.
Oh, engine credit there on the Kennegrad. That was like at beyond the that was like half health engine crit there. That was not a squad wipe. That was just the guy that was cap walking away. Maybe the no, it was the other one that got the double engine crit. Our squad may get wiped out here. 2-2 in pursuit.
Enemy unit eradicated.
Our squad gets knocked out. Up north, that is not defending the fuel point, but attacking the fuel point. Panzergrenadiers destroying that fuel sector. Observation was no problem. Just pretty much straight to G43s, just 1 upgraded. What? What is he talking about? This guy here says what? Maybe we're losing this other squad here. Greyhound.
An enemy unit has fallen to our might.
Blitz on out there. Attack fashion C. Oh, double Greyhound here. No armor scratch just yet. Howdy. Yep, I see 0-0. Then you're a T space
Company has
EST.
reported in and is ready to be deployed.
Let's see. This one's been upgraded with armor skirts. This one's probably being upgraded armor skirts now. Just 1 M8 heading up north, 1 M8 heading down south. At this point in time, he needs AT grenades. And that's such an upgrade that's pops so little. I honestly can't remember what structure you get that is from. Is that logistics to get the AT grenades? I honestly can't remember. Falls on back. Actually, he has no structures at the moment either. Booby trap has been triggered. Nope, it's YouTube. Actually, I generally leave all moderation chat off. I think the only thing that that generally I have by default gets flagged is the sexual content. Because, believe it or not, I was getting sex bots.
Proven its superiority once again.
2-2's backing on off. This still needs repairs big time on it. I'm not sure what he's referring to there. I guess he's getting some bad luck. And check rolls a miss. Booby trap here. You do not have doctrine just yet. He's going for a man. He needs more men in his life. Don't go for a double panther. I sort of just don't. I think people overline panthers. Short-barreled Panzer IV. Just spam short-barreled Panzer IVs. Become a P4 spammer. Panzer Command, Panzerjäger Command. Going. Nah, I say that's a bad idea. Panzergrenadiers push 4, double 2 Panzerjäger upgrades here. 1 tank buster. Actually, 1 tank buster, not a Panzerjäger upgrade. You have another Panzerjäger upgrade as well, so triple Panzer Shreks, AT gun gets decrewed, very close to being destroyed. Focus on the Greyhound for the time frame. Panzerjäger will probably miss and hit the AT gun either way. Flame Shearers cause some issues. U.S. sniper pull on the field. Blitzes towards sniper, or just generally away. Got another Greyhound here. One for each player. Panzer IV. The short barrel Panzer IV is pretty good anti-infantry. Especially when you're able to hold it down. Like, since most of these conflicts are tend to happen around this point here, you can just simply set up a Panzer IV and just start shelling away. And of course, if you really want this locked down, a short barrel Panzer IV would just easily keep this locked down. Just say deploy right there, and no stray infantry unit will capture it. It would take a committed force and displace it.
Was ist los? Replacement reporting. Yes, sir.
Yep. He does not have healing at home just yet. Logistics company 4-man squad upgrade now on the way, increasing his health of his units by 33%, and damage is variable, but generally 33%.
Enemy unit eradicated.
So no doctrine selected. Granted, the short barrel Panzer IV does do better versus Brits, since the armored skirts is just making them very resilient to Piets, as well as making them resist the bazookas and Recoilless rifles, but those are less common than Piets.
We are losing a sector.
Says he needs 300 manpower, so which is a little over a minute of manpower for him to get out his double Panthers.
We await your command. Jawohl! What do you want?
And Grad taking some damage there. This kind of Grad's still alive. I'm pretty sure the double engine crits make it move slower. I guess he may have pinged somewhere. AT gun doing a bit of hedge trimming. Got 2 US snipers right here. Engineers do cancel a landmine there. Oh, got another landmine there.
Watch for Panzerfaust!
Good is advancing, trying to get some damage going. AT gun set on up. Defensive registry now. G43s. This is just a tide of Panzer Grenadiers. I see 6 squads of Panzer Grenadiers. More than half have 4 members. Another Greyhound here. One without an armor skirt. That could be the same one from that player. 18 gun to get the crew. G2's advancing. Wipes another rifle squad there. Spots a sniper. Out of control there. Destroy, loses a 2-2 to an AT gun here. One sniper does go down. Attack emergency. Got a 3rd sniper on the field now. But looks like it's going to get overrun by G43s. Starting to fall back now. Does take out the AT gun. Could have trouble pursuing. Does lose a sniper there. Pursuing it would be a bit dangerous with the 2-2 because the base MG. Bear Panther's advancing. Hits the Greyhound here. Looks like one player backs off all his Panzers. Maybe it was a misclick there. Rolls a miss there on the Greyhound. Gets a damage crit there on the Greyhound. Greyhound goes down. Just have the Panthers back on off. Gotta be careful about the AT guns. They've taken some damage there. Just fall back now. Be safe. Damage and crit there. That one's gonna have trouble falling back now. His teammates Panzer Grenadiers heading down south to engage. Main gun destroyed a crit there on this Panther. This AT gun's likely out of range now. But let's just creep on back home.
Has proven its superiority once again.
Receiving you loud and clear! Ready to execute orders.
Anything gun gets destroyed. We may have gotten some veterancy there.
Receiving you, Commander.
Oh, Kaliningrad has gone down when he blew up the landmine. Best use of Burgundy to get that recovered. He killed his teammates, Kaliningrad. Use the Burgundy to get that recovered. Right along.
Was ist los? Ready for instruction.
Burn them
Stuff
out.
capturing,
We
stuff
now
getting
have
repaired,
incendiary
incendiary grenades
at our disposal.
upgrading. We got a weird eye. It's a short eye, 5 CPs, can pick duck. He is Scorched Earth.
Good job, squad. Keep it up.
His teammates will have access to Hummels given enough time, as well as Panthers.
Enemy once more.
He has 4-man squads. Which, a lot of things could go with that. Maybe, let's see. We actually haven't seen what doctrine these players have gone for, have
Gain
we?
Momentum on the field.
Somebody tells me they may have gone for double infantry, but we haven't seen what doctrine these US players have gone for. I don't really want to switch out between the players because I want to pop the minimap to keep an eye of all the snipers' locations. Because once I switch around the players once, I lose access to see all players on the minimap. Or tactical map, I should say. Lots of incendiary grenades.
Destroyed an enemy unit.
That squad is warm for the rest of their life. They no longer have to worry about any heating bills.
Panzer. Anti-tank grenades are available to eliminate enemy armor.
And support command complete. Upgrading. Got the field craft there. Oh, got 80 grenades researched. It is from Logistics Company.
We must defend the enemy's advances on our victory points.
Stealth Kaliningrad, not a bad idea. Potentials, not S-mines, butterfly bombs, all pretty good. Honestly, even as well, Flak 88's are too much sniper bait, but Flak 88's will be a hard counter to the AT guns, because the best thing... Oh, found the landmine with a 2-2. The Flak 88 is the best usage for it is anti-tank gun. We got a lot of snipers here.
Our support command abilities have been up.
They're being corralled. It's on phase through now.
The enemy is weakening even now.
There's what, 4 snipers in the field? Maybe 5. AT gun gets the crew. Taking time to destroy the AT guns. Can't get the hands grenadiers around. 1, 2, 3, 4. This player has pretty much nothing. He needs infantry and go off by combat group's current rate to replenish everything. He says his 2-2 is still alive. Just park it next to this VP and become a static, become a defensive unit. That's usually what I do in Couple Euros too. It's like if there's eventually a unit where it's like an early game unit that's no longer useful, Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use of Burgundy to get that recovered. What I like to do is just take those units, and if I can't use it for future engagements, I just set it next to a VP and becomes your static defense now. Asking his teammate about Panthers, far away. Let's see. Yep, I don't see Panthers down the road, so they're definitely pretty far away. 2-2 heading, engaging the engineer, forcing him back. Hummel later, let's press.
Research has granted us the ability to perform advanced repair.
Advanced
The
repair,
Americans are
sprint.
capturing a
Gotta go
sector.
fast. He's doing a good job consuming all his fuel on these upgrades. Very nice. Six squads, 4-man Panzer Grenadiers. His teammate has just 3-man. Looks like all upgraded G43s. Hotchkisses wouldn't be half bad, assuming they are available.
Minefield, retrace your
Hard to say who has Hotchkisses, who has short barrel Panzer IVs. And next round, Panthers should be deployed out relatively soon. Yep, you can see they're pretty far away. They're not coming down the road. They are definitely very far away. Okay, that joke is getting bad. Engineers do fall back. Sniper there. See his other. Got 5 snipers in the field. All these wounded. Does not have a triage center. No. Panzer is overrunning the front line. Just a tie to them. 30 cal here firing away. Right now the VP's in favor of the Panzer Lead players, but they are losing the VP game. Or not captured. Again, these guys, I think they've been retreating maybe a little too quickly. Maybe it's the snipers annoying the crap out of them, which is quite understandable. 4 Panthers on the field. Decides to capture an AT gun. Kenigrad has gone down. Best to use a Bergentika to get that recovered. Sniper falling back. AT gun does get destroyed there. Double Hummel? Or, in this case, up to 6 Hummels. I don't think this guy's going for Hummels anytime soon. With this much stuff on the field. 4 Panthers, 5 Panzer Grenadiers. Best faction in Doctrine, in your opinion? Let's see. US is very good. Wehrmacht has indirect fire issues, but overall still pretty good. And Panzerlead is pretty good. Light vehicles can be difficult in some matchups and depending on the map design. I'm leaning towards either US or Panzer Elite. More leaning towards US since they have good, well-rounded doctrines, and they have a good, well-rounded roster. Good AT gun. They do lack things for punching through the heaviest armors, but they do have a good of everything else. Wehrmacht, I feel like the lack of adequate indirects. Sure, there's Sugerfus, but doesn't hit as well as like the artillery, the M2 or the Hummel or the Priest is, I think, the weakest of the options. And in team games, that is important. Good shots there. And the British faction is just based around gimmicks. Either gimmick works or gimmick doesn't. There's no in between. AT gun does get overrun. Engineers are fully on back. 2-2 blitzing around. Kenigrad now completed. The 6 times destroyed the AT guns. 8 armor car, AC. Talking about maybe heading down south with it. Best doctrine. Even though I said the best faction is probably US or Panzer Elite, Wehrmacht is still pretty good. Honestly, the only thing I would just say is it needs a complete rework is the Brits. Best doctrine, Blitzkrieg is probably the best. Because you can support, since you tend to have a large amount of fuel in the extreme late game, you can recover your manpower from manpower blitz. You have excellent anti-infantry tool for the Stu. You got an excellent infantry squad, the Stormtrooper, whether it be ambush AT or anti-infantry. And of course, you got the Tiger tank. You do lock a heavy off map, which can be supplemented or replaced by the artillery officers to an extent, but not entirely. Plus, they has still good manpower sink. Assault grenades are good. Manpower blitz is good. Blitzkrieg is somehow the weakest of all the 6 abilities. No, assault grenades is the weakest. But still, All of them's good. Yeah, I would just say probably the Sturm Doctrine, Blitzkrieg Doctrine. The best US doctrine is probably infantry, then armor, airborne, situational, but still pretty nice. Rock squad flying back there, AT gun getting overrun. Engineers get wiped on out. The AT gun does get overrun. Quadruple sniper still here, and they split the fire across multiple squads. Got a good amount of on these guys here. Got 2 more snipers here. The US players just have too many snipers on the field now. Avoid the Panzer Grenadiers now, just go straight anti-infantry. When it comes to Panzer Elite, they have a very good focus. They have very aggressive vehicles. When it comes to their doctrines, Tank Hunter is definitely the weakest, but still quite good, and also can allow you to use more munition-based abilities. If you want to focus on more the core aspect of Panzer Elite, you can go for Tank Hunter to supplement the core, while the other two are a bit more focused on the doctrine itself. Hummel is excellent, Scorched Earth is excellent, Luftwaffe Ground Forces, Fallschirmjägers, Verbal Wind, a lot of good stuff there as well. A lot of good stuff in the Panzer Elite doctrines. You just explode yourself. For the Brits, they're a faction of gimmicks. They lack an adequate mobile AT option. I find Piet's unreliable. 70 pounders is nice, but immobile. 25 pounders are nice. Well, the one thing that their faction does best is the indirect, non-doctrinal artillery. Is there a Computers 1 mod that I am not sure. That might not, since it's I think that's a quality of life improvement they added in Computers 2 for the core aspect of the game. That's something that's usually just something that's available to vehicles as a movement option. I think that's a custom command in Computers 2 compared to Computers 1. One of the more hard-coded thing, not an ability, but an actual. It's more in line with the attack, retreat, and the move, or the buttons, the buttons up here like stop, attack, move, and all that sort. That's in line there. In fact, in Company Heroes 2, if you have a retreat enabled on a unit, it can't have a retreat button. So, for example, the Pen Warfare can't have the reverse move if it has retreat available. If you disable retreat, it instantly gets capability to use the reverse move button. As a weird note as well. Gotta be careful. I think one of these artillery shots may stray a little bit too close to these guys. Decides to fall back formations. I'm gonna take out the AT gun now. Wait, that landmine? Okay, it's a US landmine. See a bunch of snipers there. Granted, I haven't seen munitions half-trapped laid on landmines yet this game. Damage crit there. -1 sniper, he said. All the snipers being corralled there. Finds a good number of landmines. Guess he's declaring that land as mined. Extra 2 AT, or 2 there. Panther sieging down the barracks. Mine detected. Don't blow that landmine, you'll blow the Panzer Grenadiers. Kenigrad takes some damage. It does find another landmine. Does receive an engine crit. So right now we do have double Scorched Earth in the field. We got 2 Hummels on the player we have selected. I don't think this player is able to get Hummels out anytime soon with his population. Snipers firing away, causing a lot of issues. 2-2 bullets way forward. Does see double AT gun. Asking his teammate, can you cap? Too many snipers in the region. No, he cannot. Hummel, 4 snipers. There's actually 5. First round. Splashes one a little bit. Not sure what the +1 hit.
An enemy unit has fallen to
I
our
think that was
line.
AT gun. No snipers there. Running 5 snipers in the field. A lot of AT guns. Got a Calliope here.
Hunter, we can now booby trap strategic points.
Sorry, push forward. We know there's a number of landmines in the field, so you gotta be careful. AT guns there. Sniper, large Panther assault. Calliope needs to fall back and try to go for a close range shot against these Panthers. This seems a good spot for a Calliope rocket barrage. There's another one going right there. AT gun does get decrewed. This Panther should start falling back. The other one could start finishing off the AT gun. No, AT guns. Hands Grenadier getting ripped apart. All these emergency 2. One sniper here trying to get healed up. Emergency 1. Firing here. Nope, hitting this guy here. Range a little bit short both of those rounds. Oh, it's like I look away for one moment. Does it explode engineers? Engineers supposed to be doing the exploding, not the exploding.
Hummer, self-propelled howitzers are available to take the field.
I just noticed the cow is nothing but a leg there. Oh, there's another cow there. I guess sector artillery, sector overwatch almost available, which of course is a good map for it. Crush, please. I guess he's talking about some whatchamacallit. I'll get AEC. Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use of Berkantiga to get that recovered. More landmines there. Scorch Central Point. Oh, looks like another Kaliningrad has gone down. Best use of Berkantiga to get that recovered. Another engineer gets hit. Sniper fired away. Misses sniper. Calliope rocket barrage splashes one of the Panzer Grenadiers. He may lose his squad here. Falls back fit entirely. Does find a landmine. We've been seeing the good number of landmines. Does lose one of the Panthers there. Probably should tell his teammate that the entire region is mined up to hell. Snipers, everything's in these Panzer Grenadiers. Does take out the squad, needs to start falling back before the snipers start picking off these squads. Fresh 2-2 in the field. AT gun does get destroyed. So we've got double armor versus doubled scorched earth.
We have eliminated the enemy once more.
Had to get repaired off the front line. Panther takes some damage there. Engine still critted. Another AT gun gets decrewed there. I saw a bunch of plus these thought like, is that another engineer? And Panzer Grenadiers sprinting the way forward. This AT gun may get fully destroyed. Yep, another one gets fully destroyed there. Flappy Rocket Barrage hits the retreat button. Both the players are barraging those Panzer Grenadiers. They only have 2 Calliopes on the field in total versus, what, 5 Hummels at the moment? Nope, there's just 4 Hummels. One player has 1, the other player has 3.
Confirm we are ready for action stations.
Double Scorcher, you don't think Double Scorcher was a good idea? Right now, I think it's maybe too many Panthers their issue. Right now they're just having trouble with snipers, which are not exactly easy to deal with. Yeah, I think one of them should have gone for lift-off ground forces, which would allow Flak 80 to hit all these AT guns easily, and then also force snipers forward, because it'll probably have to be counter-sniping, and to be hit by the Hummels. Yeah, I think one should have gone for lift-off ground forces. Not to mention, butterfly bombs are pretty good on defense to scatter on the flank and help secure the flank. Yep. Calliope Rocket Barrage there. And with all the now Calliope starting to get on the field and hitting the blobs, they may want to not be blobbing as much. Splitting the groups of 2s and 3s with the Panzer Grenadiers. Right now, the Panzer players do have plenty of AT and anti-tank gun.
Squad is ready for order.
Oh, nope, that's a tank trap there now. Landmine. Finds a landmine there. There's another landmine there. This area's been mined up to all hell. He needs a Kettengrad up here. Sniper's falling back. He could try barraging the base sector. Don't know if he's in range or not.
Your order, sir.
Does hit one of those AT guns quite nicely. Decruise it. Sniper here. This US sniper. Emergency 2. Suppresses the sniper. Isn't the issue there's no so much Doctor Choice, more the fact that the double PE on this map got it. Which is something that, well, they select what doctrine then queue up. Unless it's a lobby match, it's something that's sort of out of their control sometimes.
We are losing a sector.
There goes that handcart. Incendiary trap. Engineers falling back. Sector artillery in this sector.
The enemy has moved.
This engineer may be exploding. Does dodge. These are oh, yep, another incendiary trap there. Central VP is currently neutral. Despicably neutral. 2-2 engaging the engineers now. That's also assumed they have Hotchkisses available as selected. Because we don't know if they have short barrel Panzer IVs or Hotchkisses. Healthy Panthers straight forward. Got some snipers in front of them. Got some misses there. Falling on back now. Calliope Rocket Barrage raining on in. Hitting these Panzer Grenadiers quite nicely. Now, neutral capture, the Panzer player has a small advantage of VPs, but nothing too crazy and not changing anytime soon. Maybe an idea for one of these, wait, those almost, those are closer. I was going to say, he could try to start barraging the base sector, just cause issues in the base, or destroying structures like that with the Hummels. They have trouble with the attacking stuff on the front line, attack the back line. AT gun sitting on up, but there's nothing there. Destroying some of these tank traps. Engineers heading down south, kind of glad getting hit. Plus the 30 cal gets humbled. VP now being repaired on up. Sniper is pushing the way forward. Good hits there. Three snipers, I guess he pinged somewhere. There are 4 snipers here at the moment. Well, if these snipers go down, that's the only thing that's holding back the Panzer Grenadiers. They have a wide scatter barrage. Rocket Spark catch the VP. Calliope's kind of barraging the Hummels. Our squad being pursued. Snipers up here. Getting some Veterancy going. Veterancy 3 and Veterancy 2s are popping. Another US sniper here. And these squads are getting wiped out. I don't have any delays. It may be something on your side. Because right now, if I look at my other computer, let's see. It says 42. Yep, I'm almost perfectly in sync. Oh, trying to destroy the landmine, but getting sniped.
Our comrades have given their lives for the homeland.
Yep, I do not have a delay set on up. Right now, my computers I had used for test monitoring the stream, they are within like 5 seconds. It might be something, it's probably something on your side. Since I'm in the United States, I can't say where you are, but it's likely some sort of maybe cross Atlantic lag if I has a guess, because I think you're across the Atlantic, maybe in the Pacific. Maybe the Pacific. Either way, got now the Calliope's tagging the Hummels a little bit. Pershing here does take out Kaliningrad. Best use of Burgundy to get that recovered. Calliope rocket barrage running in, soften up the Panthers.
Grenadiers ready.
Snipers pushing the way forward.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Sector artillery in this sector. Engineers may explode. They do not explode.
We are upgraded and ready for action. Ready to pass on orders.
Panzer Grenadiers pushing towards the center. VP almost captured. Another sector artillery in this sector. Talking about scorching the point. Captures the point there. Engineers do get wiped on out. Panzer Grenadiers push right forward. AT guns itself is almost down. Snipers destroys that, wipes out the squad there. I think direct hit there from the Hummel. Head this forward, disables the point. Sniper, I think one may exploded there. Yep, one did explode. When you get all your doctrinal abilities, you don't see any plus experience. So we got allied field repair now activated there. This Panther needs to start falling back, take some damage. Panther down. In Pershing Veteran Suit 1. Test came in at 546. Panther's advancing. Gets a bounce there. And got allied war machine now activated there. Taking a lot of damage. AT gun to the rear armor. That one bounces, curved to the frontal armor. Sniper blocks the wounded Panther. Probably would have gone down, but still. AT gun gets struck directly. Well, one person's from Germany, you're from the EU. I have no idea what to say at this point. Pershing firing away. Still just fetch 1. Well, a good idea to launch a Hummel barrage there. Panther's getting distracted by the Calliope. Wow, I didn't actually recognize the Calliope. What is that angle? I did not recognize that as a Calliope did that extreme angle. Pershing goes down, Calliope goes down. I mean, I was just basically looking straight down at the Calliope. Hands goes forward, 2-2 back down off. Trying AT guns now. See snipers back here. Looks like 3 snipers still remain. The 3 snipers. Oh, one is fresh. So those did eliminate 2 snipers and replaced 1. The other sniper is still down here. Number of weapons got destroyed, carcass as well. I think I know I found the problem why the Calliope was inaccurate. He was facing the wrong way. He was trying to play some War Thunder, try to get a direct hit with the rockets point blank range, right? Artillery running on in. Unit down. 2-2 does go down. Ooh. So it's the down engineer model. The may have been down sniper. Yep, I think 2 snipers went down to that shot. It looks like that player only has 1 sniper remaining. AT gun getting overran.
Tank busters ready to move, sir.
Enemy unit eradicated.
AT gun doesn't get decrewed. Panzer grenadiers straight forward. AT gun getting overran. We got the Pershing at full health, but fresh. Good damage on the Panthers. This one may need to fall back. Oh, I see. I thought I saw some AT grenades. Multiple AT grenades connecting on the Pershing. Pan strikes as well. Bounce theirs. A lot of bounces on the Pershing as well. And Panstrike does finish off the Pershing there. Panthers need to start falling back. How definitely can a sniper block a 40-ton tank? Ah, you're talking about the retreat. Oh, haven't you seen Tiananmen Square? Does take out the AT gun. I mean, a single man stop a whole column of tanks. Historical context matters. Boob trapping the munitions point. Oh. Was that a sniper that just exploded? I was looking at some chat over here and then explosion. Looks like they're one of the players back to the game. It looks like, let's see. He did not kill himself. Oh. Sounds like a structure got destroyed there. But the Clyde was pushed forward. And got multiple M10s being pulled out by both players. Nope, just by him. I thought that was this guy's base. Units heading up north. 5 rocket barrage immediately hits the retreat button. Of course, when firing down the side of the hill can be hit or miss due to the extreme angles. Yeah, I always forget how tall this hill is. Perhaps, maybe you just figured, I think the game lost. Since all the snipers are down, let's take a look at resources. Scorched Earth player number 1 has a good pile of resources. So his teammate has nearly the same amount, even more munitions. Let's see, the player they backed out of the game, not the AI, as single AT on the field. Plenty of fuel for the rest of the game and the next 3 games, but that's about it. Not a lot of munitions worked with, and his teammate has actually a pile of manpower. Those are going to just go streaming M10s and try to pick off as much as he can. But this teammate actually has a big pile of resources to work with. That was... No, the sniper guy was the other player, right? So this is the not sniper player that has this stockpile of resources. That's interesting. Does crush some of the Pan's Grenadiers. Humo's getting hit. One Humo does go down. Make that 2. Out of control on that one. 5 rocket barrage running on in. Falls back to infantry, let the Panthers finish it off, but I think the Calliope hit it. Calliope is being pursued. Pershing advancing by the not AI player. His M10 pushes forward as well. Takes another Humo. He's actually doing quite well, but his base is under siege. I think he threw a bunch of AT grenades here. Calliope is trying to help. Maybe try to go for some crushes. Pershing could be passed back home, assuming the Panthers weren't actively pursuing. Does use field repair. The Pershing could be sent back home, get a lot of free kills, start getting that veteran going. Because if the Pershing gets veteran 3, he may be able to win a 2v1. M10's a nice flank here. One of them being veteran 2. Veteran 1, the Pershing has probably a good idea to rotate his frontal armor. Humo hitting the M10s. That looked like it bounced off the Pershing's head. Pershing down. It's been a while since I last heard that audio line there. Pershing lost to enemy action. Pershing lost. He actually sounded a bit panicked. He doesn't have the rear armor anymore. Fresh Pershing on the field. Had the Pershing killed this, we'll give him probably veteran 1. Yes, it will. Z. Yes. Infantry straight forward. Sniper here does not get by a stray Panther Trek shot. Calliope does go down. If we use Allied War Machine tank, you're going to recover the M10 and a Calliope. Allied War Machine's now activated. Putting cowl placement here gains good work done. Oh, Pershing facing the wrong way. I thought Pershing's going to come out, quick kill off this guy here, get Veteran C1 going. Bad angle summon. Not sure why it's facing with rear armor. It hits the wrong target there. Needs to hit this guy here. He may not finish off that guy there. There you go. Gets Veteran C1 going immediately. AI doing stuff like repairing the Calliope. There's a Sherman Crocodile deployed by the AI. This could give AI Sherman tank scored the kill. That could have got the Pershing Veteran C2, which is very important. If the Pershing gets Veteran C2, it becomes far more useful. It is a 76mm for now, Veteran C1. Hummel here, Berkentiga. All the kind of grads that looks like appear to be down. There we go. You can use a Berkentiga to recover that. You can use a Berkentiga to recover this. You can use a Berkentiga to recover this. Yeah. M10 now deployed up by the not AI person. Bulldozer upgrade rather than crush some of those tank traps. There's a lot of Hummels here that needs to be recovered, that's for sure. And think as well, if you may be able to get more than just 3 Hummels in the field. If you summon a Hummel when it's down, then recover by a Berkentiga, it should give you some extra Hummels. Now we've got officially 2 AI Sherman tank. Berkentiga almost down. It's an excellent way to recover your Kettengrads. You can use a Berkentiga to recover it. And actually I've seen games of it. It's just a bit more jokes like rush out Berkentiga, get it recovered! Sherman tank now down. M10 here. Kettengrad leading the charge. Where it should be. Main gun destroyed there, thanks to the Kettengrad. Allied war machine now recovered. Covers the Pershing there, facing the wrong direction. Got the M10 here. Oh, he's actually pretty much out of ammo now. Of course, you can never tell that. Looks like the verbal wins with the Flak Irving's got some good hits there onto the Hummel. Gets recovered. I heard something get exploded by a building. Probably should start pursuing the VP a little bit more. AI engineers may explode. I know in Company Heroes 2 you can do the same thing as well with like the heavy tank limits. Like if a vehicle is abandoned then you get it recovered. And I always say, if you have an opportunity to get 2 Command Panthers, go for it. Not like you don't have that opportunity to do it again. Would it be the correct call? No. Is it something you have a chance to do it, but you don't usually have the capability of doing it? Do it. Have a bit of fun. Let's switch over the Panzer League players. Let's see. Yep, we got quadruple Hummel here now. And just the one here. Had to take some damage there. Another Hummel can still be recovered. Berkentiga getting repaired on up. Let's heading to this Hummel now. Engineers building some more tank traps. Or it's the AI one repairing up tank traps. AI, don't repair tank traps. Because I think Company Heroes 2 has a lot more variety when it comes to a lot of stuff. A little bit more polish in a lot of things as well. Crocodile immolating some of these guys. Panther's advancing. Yep, we got more Hummels recovered, so he has 2. He's actually a pop cap at the moment as well. Sniper from the not AI is here. Kenigrad has gone down. Best to use a Burgundy to get that recovered. Panther's advanced way forward, does take out a Sherman tank. 2-2 has gone down. M10 takes some hits. Yeah, you can repair tank traps. If I were to switch to, let's switch to AI, we'll go with engineer, or a engineer. You can see down here, yep, you can see the wrench icon here. This one don't, this one's damaged. You can have the wrench icon, you can repair it up. You may be also able to repair tank sandbags. You can do that in Company Heroes 2. It's just that I didn't realize, since the assets are owned, the AI will actually try to repair up allied assets. In Company Heroes 2, they made it so once you complete a tank trap or sandbags, they made it neutral. Which definitely helps off the AI quite a bit.
Engineers, good to go.
Yep. Yeah, you can see 4 of those can be repaired on up. Crocodile immolating the Panther. Try to see if there's any sandbags, see if we can repair those. I know you can cut sandbags that give us wire. But if it's owned by yourself, I'm wondering if you can actually repair it, but I don't think we've seen any sandbags spawn in the field. Calliope's in these Panthers. Oh, incendiary trap there. Pershing here, not AI Pershing Efficiency 1. Allies probably should decide to get the VP. Also, the Allies players should probably, or the Axis players should eye for capturing the VP as well.
Enemy unit down.
Kenigrad has gone down. Best use Burgundy to get that recovered. Grab the Panther. Oh, I heard something explode. Looks like an M10 did. Sector artillery, maybe. Here's something else you may not know when it comes to Company Heroes 1. If you click on a star, it will actually take you to that VP. You can't do that in Company Heroes 2. You can do that in Company Heroes 1. Panzer Grenadiers for 4, maybe trying to get some AT grenades off onto the Calliope.
We have eliminated the enemy once more.
Up north, got some more AI. Panzer Grenadiers need to start capturing the VP. Yep, looks like AT grenades onto the Calliope. Getting some hits there. Tracking's not good on that, on those abilities. Artillery raining in back here. Yeah. Back on the fact that if you try to repair sandbags, if it does try to do like the wire cutting by right clicking on it, you probably would be able to manually click on the repair ability and click on to the sandbags, repair them if you have trouble with if you really do want to repair the sandbags as well. That's generally how you repair neutral objects like in computers too, is mainly use the repair ability like that. Or repair up with something before you capture it. Burgundy gun may be going down. Allied war machines active. This M10 did get recovered, but facing the wrong direction. Panther's going straight to the base. Burgundy gun down. Emergency 2 on the Pershing. Don't need adventures like that's not exactly great. Main gun destroyed crit there. And these are triple offense Panthers. M10 gets recovered by the Allied war machine. AT gun up here. As the rearmor hits, one Panther goes down. Both these Panthers are going down. Plenty of resources, summons more Panthers. Sherman Crocodile there. The AI. Artillery raining into the not AI player's base. Honestly, one way you can force out the person who's playing with AI is just focus him down, just wipe everything he has, and he'd be more inclined to back out of the game rather than letting the game prolong. Looks like he is actually backed out of the game now. Oh, did have triple veterancy Pershing. Oh, that artillery. And that is the end of the replay. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, it's getting a little bit late for me, so that'll be my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good